Hey everyone, welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenera. We are here in Little Niliesh, the junkyard of the Bloom, and we were just finishing up talking to a few folks. The last episode, I was commenting on a small bug that I found, which is when you talk to people, like, I ask about the allegations against you. I don't think you're telling me everything. The mutants must have some reason to be suspicious of you. Is that when you hover over here, it's supposed to tell you what all your modifiers are. So, like for example, it says base difficulty is 0. And then I have plus 50%. So the total modifiers are 50%, which is what you would expect to see here. But, and then as it goes up, like here, it says I've got plus 110%, but final difficulty 60%. I think what's actually broken is what this base difficulty is saying. I think, like, in this case, let's see, yeah, in this case, the base difficulty is minus 50%, so it totals up to 0, and when I look at this, base difficulty is still minus 50%, which is why the final difficulty is 60. I'm not sure that the actual system is broken. It's just kind of what they're showing me right there is not accurate. And in any case, we're just talking to this woman about why she's being imprisoned, and she says that she's being accused of poisoning some people, and she says that she doesn't do it, and I can persuade her, but I'm going to be spending a lot of my attribute points trying to get her to confess to something, and I don't know if I really even care all that much, so we'll just move on. But it's something to keep in mind is that it doesn't necessarily tell you the whole truth when it comes to let's go loot over here. It doesn't necessarily tell you the whole truth when it comes to the percentages for everything. More money. Okay, let's see. Fast interior, Katina interior, a maw, and a spherical tank. Let's go check that maw out.
Happy to help.
So this guy, Garkodo? Yeah, Garkodo asked us to go and check out this new maw and then report back to him. So let's go ahead and do that. Got a mutant. Anything else down here? Oh,
ready.
What is this? Construct lies motionless and partially disassembled here. Spider-like legs splayed about it. Search for anything useful. Search for a few minutes, but find nothing of value. Scavengers must have long ago picked this construct clean. Absently, you lay your hand on the metal shell to push yourself away from the wreck and feel a faint, intermittent vibration. Let's reach into the hulk and find the source of the vibration. Again, I don't really want to go and spend a lot of time and or effort to do this. And Makina has 65% without spending anything. Stat pool spent on effort restored. Putting your shoulder up against one of the construct's vertical vents, you reach into the dark, probing carefully, following the vibrations rippling towards you. Straining, you walk your fingers up mesh-swaddled objects across a cable to a partially crushed cube strung with frayed wires. You carefully shift a loose hunk of the metal from the cube's surface aside and keep looking for the source of the vibration. A wave of wordless sorrow crashes over you, tinged with flecks of hope. Your gaze shifts back to your hand, the hunk of metal. The alien emotion came through it into you. As if summoned by the thought, a small floating sphere drifts into view. It prods at the cube with a beam of light and then vibrates softly. Let's watch it. The sphere drifts around the inside of the dead construct, occasionally halting to, yes, it's repairing damage, as if patching holes in the armor will bring its host back to life. Every few moments it returns to the broken cube and attempts to repair it again. When nothing happens, the sphere vibrates, and when that happens, you hear a soft series of whirring clicks. Maybe some sort of machine language, but you can't make any sense of it. Let's take them. You pull the communication module from the surface of the cube, and the sphere follows, shivering in the open air. It turns, as if taking in the ruined hulk one last time. Then it settles into your open palm, obediently shuddering. Got a Kyurgen cube. Yeah, okay. What was that? Kyurgen sphere. Which is an artifact that we could use. It heals 2 to 6 points of health per turn, active for 5 rounds when you use it. But it gives you minus 15% on might tasks. Yeah, I don't think any of our people necessarily need that, but something to sell for later. Okay, let's go talk to the creepy Maw. Ugh. I do not know why anybody would want to go into that thing. A reddened mass of flesh protrudes from the bloom wall, surrounded by waving tendrils. The flesh is thick and strong, glistening like a newborn beast. A jagged seam runs across its surface, with faint light spilling from within. As you approach, all sounds of Little Nihilish seem to fade. The hushed conversations of the mutants recede into the distance, replaced by hissing, chittering voices of the bloom. Makina lays a hand on your shoulder. A maw, she whispers, as if she didn't want to draw its attention. Her voice is very respectful. Those waving tendrils, they're its tongues. The bloom is focused here. If it likes the smell of you, it'll take a bite. Her mouth quirks a little. Probably best for our ilk to steer clear. Listen closely. The hissings and chitterings of the bloom are no different than usual as far as you can tell. Your sharp senses provide no particular advantage in hearing the odd sounds. You realize that the bloom's voices are a psychic phenomenon, not a physical one. They are literally voices in your head. I'll observe. The tendrils can't seem to decide whether they're interested in you or Allegern. They drift towards you, then towards Allegern, then back to you again. Both of you possess something that they like. Okay, let's leave it alone. Yeah, I don't really care to throw myself into this. But, let's see, we had an, what did we have? We had a flask of bloom water. Eerie whispers fill your mind, hinting at countless secrets to uncover. So, we drank some of this water before, and it gave me a buff that said that we could kind of hear the bloom. So, I'm going to try this. Bleh. Which gives me bloom juiced. And then I'm going to try listening to this again and see if I can understand it better. No. I'm going to observe the behavior again. Nope, I want to listen to it. There we go. Your thoughts are still addled from drinking the water of the bloom, but the hissings and chitterings somehow make more sense to you. I knew this was going to happen. You can't grasp the meanings of the sounds, but you get a clear impression of a desperate hunger for not a living thing, but a feeling. Sadness? No, it isn't that. Regret? Closer, but no.
Updated my journal.
Guilt. The small foot feeds upon guilt, and not just any guilt will suffice. You sense that it must be powerful and deeply held, or it will not be enough to satiate them all. Okay. That's fine. I'm not throwing myself into a creepy tentacle place. Let's see, okay. So you wanted to know what the maw was. I found out. The newborn maw feeds on guilt. Thank you for the knowledge, though none of my mutants are particularly troubled by guilt. Finding a suitable candidate to feed the maw will be an interesting problem. Okay, why are you imprisoning Herja? She has committed a grievous crime, and she will remain in the prison of her mind until she confesses. Herja knows the nature of her crime. Perhaps she will admit the truth to you. She claims to be innocent. I have passed my judgment. I do not do so rashly or without consideration for the facts. Speak to her. You will find certainty if you persist. Does she not? You are certain she is guilty? Yeah. So, yes. Okay. Why do you want to open the new Maw? We are exiles here, far from our home in Nihilish. It is pardon. We hope that the Maw will open again in our fair city, but if it doesn't, as seems likely, we stand to profit from the potential new trade route. Either way, we benefit. Okay. May you achieve your goals this day.
Yes.
That's actually not a bad farewell. Maybe everybody should say that. May you achieve your goals today. Okay, what else am I missing? There's Crimper. Okay, I think we've done everything we're going to do here. I know I could probably go and investigate them all a little bit more, but you know, they made a big deal out of the fact that nobody that goes into a Maw that nobody that goes into a Maw comes out unchanged, and it doesn't seem like that change is usually for the positive, so. Ooh, some healing. Okay.
Doing it now.
So let's just make sure we're not overlooking any other loot. Yep, looks like we're good. Okay.
Done.
Okay. So we're going back to the vast interior. So we'd come here to deal with the thieves that were messing with Kian, and we dealt with them. We came here looking for the guards that were missing, which we dealt with when we got here. I think we're done with what we came here for, so onward. Before we move on to the next place, I want to go and I would like to, let's see, I would like to go and check out with, I want to go and follow up on the stuff we've already done by rescuing those guards and dealing with the thieves. And first I want to come here and see if we can sell some stuff. If I remember correctly, there were some Ioxu here trades. Let's see, I'm interested in your wares. What I have is this. Okay, so yeah, he has some good stuff. But let's see, I want to sell this, so I'm not going to use it. And then I'm going to sell some of these oddities that I've been finding. Keep that. Sell that. Spray flesh is good. I want to keep that. Just spirit cube. Wait. I could use that. Oh well. Okay. I'm also collecting quite a lot of ciphers now. Okay. Well, I think we're good on that. Yeah. Okay, so we got quite a lot of money now. So let's go and see if there's anything specifically that I want right now. That's some, let's see, cloak artifact, bonded artifacts, scan thoughts. The surface thoughts of most people or creatures you speak with will appear in conversations. Wow, that sounds pretty good. Huh. Let's see, weapons. That's not bad. Yeah, this is stuff that I sold. That's not bad. If I did that, though, I would end up having to... I'll either end up losing 2 points of my intellect pool, which I honestly have a ton of anyway. Or give it to somebody else who... No, but he's got another artifact slot, so... Wait, that's not what I was looking at. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Okay, we'll do that.
I need to shake this.
Yeah, I know. So he's got -2 intellect pool now, but he already had 13, so
yes,
be interesting to test that out. Okay. Okay, so if we head back down here, we can tell Kian that the thieves are going to stop messing with her. And we can go and tell that sergeant of the Memavira that we found as guards, or at least one set of them. I think she actually told us that she had a couple patrols that were out. But, I don't know. We'll see. I know that I'm not getting every single, like there are quests that I'm leaving undone. But what's even worse than that is if you actually complete the quest and then don't go back and get whatever reward you would get normally. So I found one of your patrols in Little Nylayash. They were about to be killed by some angry mutants. That was you? They told me what happened. You have my thanks and theirs. Here, the men agreed to give you something. Okay. Where should I look for your patrols again? Somewhere in the vast interior, I hope, or maybe one of the slums. Okay. Well,
it's a plan.
Got some more shins. Bloom Dweller. Okay, but Kian down here. To be devoured is to know salvation. That's just messed up. Kian. You've returned. I don't suppose you've learned anything new about Delny and Vrung. Delny won't be bothering you anymore, and Vrung is gone. For good, I hope. Well, I certainly hope you're right. Regardless, you've done more than I ever could, and you have my gratitude. Please accept this and thanks. If Vrung is truly gone, I can afford a little excess. Also, you may feel free to sleep here at any time, no charge. Scan thoughts. I wonder what he could have done to Vrung. I hope he remains amiable towards me. I wonder what he could have done to Vrung. I hope he... Oh, that's what she's thinking about me. Ah. Okay, so good. I'm scaring the crap out of people. And we've got a heat cup. Okay. Well, we came here and slept.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that's funny. We came here and slept, I think, last episode, and it was very expensive. Too bad I didn't go and take care of all that first. I think I'm going to like that new item, or we get to scan surface thoughts. That's pretty cool. Okay, where are we going to go next? We can go to the Old Slave Block, or the Kyurgeon Slump, or the Shrine of Chila. I don't believe we've heard anything about the Shrine of Chila, so let's go to one of these other two. Old Slave Block's closer, so let's do that. If I recall correctly,
doing it now.
People said that we're probably going to end up dealing with some Murdens there, right? Codex. Locations. I don't see it there, but might be because we haven't been there yet. The Old Slave Block.
Go.
Alright, some more healing. That's always a good sign.
Done.
I always get a little suspicious when they give you a bunch of healing stuff before you enter an area. That's a Murden. Great. 2 hunched avian humanoids stare at you, their bright and hate-filled eyes shining above dirty yellow beaks. You recognize them at once, Murdens. They emit a kind of psychic fuzz, a mental blanket that makes it difficult for you to concentrate. One puffs up its greasy black feathers to make itself look larger, while the other scrapes close to the ground. Their arms wave in gesture. Their intent is clear. Go no further. Ugh. Your ability to read minds only exacerbates the static, amplifying it to painful levels. It takes supreme effort of will to shut out the noise. Apparently, reading the minds of Murdens is a bad idea. Took 2 damage to health pool. Excellent. Move aside or I'll tear out your feathers and roast you on a spit. Again, not very good at this. Okay. How about Erritis? Erritis. Oh, this is a might thing. Well, shoot. Okay, let's spend a point and see if we can intimidate them. Nope. In response, they puff themselves up, showing their size and strength. At the same moment, their psychic static increases, and you can sense derision and mockery. Ugh. So I can either fight them to go through, or I can turn around and leave. Well, I'm going through, so. The static in your head grows louder, more insistent and frightened. The creatures turn and flee through the doorway into an adjoining room. The way is clear for now. Run, run, run. Okay. Where did they go? Oh good, even more Murdens. Murden Chief. Oh, holy cow, that's a lot of Murdens. Okay, what's up here?
Consider it done.
Yes.
No, I was just trying to look at this. Oh, it's a door. Okay, so it looks like maybe some sort of tomb. Manacles hang from the ancient stone plinth, but they're rusted and useless. No one has been chained here in a long time.
Of course.
I'm not 100% sure we should be here.
One moment, and it's done.
All right.
Oh. There are people that live here. You don't look like a Murden. This creature stirs and mutters at your approach. Though the form is recognizably human and her head is horribly disfigured. Something has wiped her face clean of features, leaving an expanse of mottled and bulbous flesh, save only a horrifically enlarged mouth and 2 small holes where her ears should be. She hears you approach and clutches a small jar close to her chest. What would you have with Scora? Though my looks may have been stolen, scribbled away by a million thoughtless particles, I can hear you breathing. I can taste what others only smell, your fear, your exertion. Tell me, if you had lost your sight, what price would you pay for its return? A new taste, a strange one. Will this one help me? Only one way to know. Let's see, I would pay Shins or Numenera, but I wouldn't run to the ends of the earth to regain sense. I have others I use with equal facility.
Making a note.
Ha. I might have expected such an answer from someone for such a strange taste like yours. I would welcome such a gift, but I can tell that you haven't experienced the privation of blindness. This is a piece of the Iron Wind. It is my most prized possession, and I would give it away in a moment if that meant I could see once again. Okay, what happened to you? I was a nano once, a researcher on the cutting edge of science of nanospirits. In particular, I sought to harness the power of the Iron Wind. But the shields, my shields, they gave way around me and the Iron Wind swirled in and found me. I captured some of the Iron Wind here, but it still remade me. I was cast out in an abomination, and now I skulk and beg for my living. At least the Murdens fear me. So the Iron Wind stole your face? Is it in that jar? If so, can I see? Perhaps I should hold on to that jar, especially if it steals faces. No, 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 but they will eat them alive. Yes, and they will eat us alive too. No, Erritis, I think that would be a bad idea. A very bad idea. Stay back, you creature of dancing smells. Good smells, I hope, not like the rest of this place. Are you, milady? Not that you smell so bad, all things considered. Wait, you don't have a nose. Okay. My companion Erritis has an interesting problem. I'm wondering if you can help him. Let us find out. Take Score's hand. He does so with great reluctance, turning to you, not noticing that his glow is flowing up his arm in fits and starts. I don't know why you think I have a problem. I'm a hero, after all. I don't have any... He goes rigid, eyes rolling back into the back of his head. Error, blindness, agony. What are you doing to him? Sampling the nano-spirits that have possessed your friend, she says, calmly, tightening the grip over to Erritis' convulsing hand. A single tendril of this golden aura sinks into a hole at the crook of her elbow. How did you sample his aura like that? Sensors and processors in my chest. The Iron Wind saw fit to merge my flesh with my equipment when he stole my face. I studied nanospirits, and the Iron Wind turned me into a living tool to measure the things. Never let it be said that the wind doesn't have a sense of humor. So how can I purge them? You can't. They've taken root in him, and they'll stay until the end, of course. Now it's my turn. How did you learn of your friend's problem? His original personality is trapped in my mind. I can hear them talking. Perfect, she says, though the information doesn't seem to have surprised her all that much. Well, return to your mind and follow my instructions to the letter.
That.
Over there, call them by their names. The stronger ones are the paragons. The weaker ones, she pauses, smacking her lips. Cathartics. Call them forth and they will speak to you. Perhaps you will be able to convince them to leave your friend alone. She abruptly releases Erritis' hand and stumbles back, massaging his wrist. I think I slept. I never sleep. He is coming for you. Are you sure? Yes. Now, what else? That's okay. Okay, what do you want me to do for you? Do you not listen? I'm blind, and I would see. I don't care how it's done. Restore my sight, and I will give you my jar of wind. Okay. Let me check out. What did we just learn? Confront Erritis' audience in the labyrinth. Skura was able to put a name to the demons, the nanospirits plaguing Erritis. They are the audience, made up of paragons and cathartics. I need to talk to Erritis' reflection about this. Okay. So we made a little bit of progress on Erritis' situation. Let's see.
On my way.
The old metal door looks fairly solid. It has a single mechanical lock. You notice that the mechanism appears complicated, suggesting that it's more than just a simple lock. Let's see if we can pick the lock. 20%. Keenness 40%. Let's try it. Nope. Try as you might, you're simply unable to work the combination of tumblers and failsafes. Let's try it again. 55%. Yeah, we'll spend a point. Still didn't get it. Once again, you fail to open the lock. The mechanisms are surprisingly clever and complex.
Yes. Now.
Retry. Cost 1 speed. Let's try one more time. Actually, let's use Last Castoff because I don't use speed as much as she does. And I will spend 2 points. There we go. The lock is challenging but not overly difficult to open. Just as you push the final tumbler in place, you accidentally depress a bladder of air that in turn activates a tiny nozzle. Acid sprays all over you. The pain is excruciating. At least the door's open. Eee. Oh, Amavira thugs and dead people. Is this the other patrol, maybe? 2 men share this cell. Both of them wear the armor of Mimavira soldiers. A third soldier lies on the ground nearby, lifeless. One of the survivors is badly hurt, bleeding and clutching his side. The other, a younger man, appears uninjured. His hands are bound with rusty manacles, and he looks blearily up at you with eyes that suggest he's waiting for the butcher's blade. When he realizes you're not a Murden, his face lights with frantic hope. Oh, thank the gods you've come. If you can free us, you can name your reward with Brusca or the Memavir herself. How'd you get here? We've been on this route a long time, a very long time. We've never had any trouble with the Murdens before. They've always paid their tribute, and we had no reason to think they'd just try to slaughter us. We fought back, and we survived the fight, but I don't know how much longer he'll survive. We need your help to escape. Sipic's got family back in Sages. I gotta get him out of here. Let's free him. There's a key by the door, friend. Just use that, and excellent. He finishes as you unlock him and his friend. Can I trouble you for something else? With the shape Zebek is in, there's no way to get out of here alive, at least not with the Murden guards watching the entryway. Can you do something about him? It's clear. Should be able to make your way to safety. You have our gratitude, friend. Farewell. We'll tell Brusca about you. Can't say I care much about those guards, but at least they've got a hard road. Ew. Okay, so skinned creatures. Well, I wonder how the Murdens are gonna react to us letting those guys go. I'll bet you they're not gonna react that nicely at all.
I'm there.
So maybe we should try to avoid them. Help, let me out of here. I'm apparently an expert at letting people out of here. As you tug on the heavy door, a panic-filled male voice calls out to you. Hello, is someone out there? I know you're not Murdens. I can feel their blasted mental noise, and by the gods, I hope you're friendlier than they are. Please, you have to help me. For the love of everything you hold dear, please open the door. You know what? Let's bash the door down. Maybe we'll be better at that. Erritis is really good at bashing. Bash. There we go. You throw your shoulder into the door once, twice, and again. At last you hear the locking mechanism snap. You grab the hold of the door and it groans open, revealing an emaciated man in tattered rags. Look at profound shock and fear on his face. Behind him, blood and bones litter the floor. The man is short and dark, and his face is scarred and disfigured. One of his injuries is freshly branded on his cheek, a stylized blade with blood dripping from it. He wears the ragged clothes of a bloom slave, tattered and filthy. He tries desperately to push past you. Let me out of here, I beg you. This is no fit place for a human. It's gonna kill me. I'll do anything to get out of here, even if I have to kill again. Before I let you out, I need you to answer some questions for me. He glances back over his shoulder, his nervousness apparent in every twitch, and you can see him evaluating the possibility of just bowling through you. His mental calculus complete, he inches closer but shows no sign of trying to bolt. Alright, but please make them quit. I don't want to be eaten. Tell me what's in that room. The floor is covered with blood. The bones are snapped in half, and the smell of death is everywhere. I don't know what's in there, but I've seen tentacled things move around the edges of the room. What's that symbol on your cheek? It's the mark of a murderer. Even if a killer survives bloom slavery, people always know what they're dealing with. They use a special brand that shines their makeup in disguises. This brand's no match for Castoff constitutions, though, no matter how many times they try. The little man's eyes dart left and right. He licks his lips. It's true, I killed a couple thugs in the underbelly, but it was them or me, honest. Folsom turned me over to the levies because the ones I killed work for him, otherwise he wouldn't have cared. Okay, so what are you doing here? You know the auctioneer outside of Memavira's fortress? The one with too many teeth? He sold me to a merchant supposedly to open a maw. Then the merchant sold me to the Murdens. That's not even legal. Nobody's allowed to sell slaves to the Murdens. Murdens threw me in the cell. I saw them cast another slave into the room before me. I heard her screaming. So much blood, please let me out. My name's Shinwise. I killed a couple thugs down in the underbelly. That's why I'm a bloom slave. Does this mean you'll let me go? Please, please. Fine. Nobody deserves to get eaten by a monster. Without a word of thanks, he bolts past you and down the hall, vanishing around the corner. Thank the gods, I may be a killer, but I don't deserve to die like that. pretty much my thought. Hey, what's down there? What's this?
Let's go.
What is that? Ooh, shins. Okay, so... Oh my. I'm sure something bad is about to happen here. Merton's larder? Oh, yeah. Merton's larder. Okay, so let's find out what's going on in here. I'm sure it'll be nothing.
All right.
Something about the room feels off to you, the sensation of being watched and evaluated. Bloom's walls bulge and press, glistening with a faint sheen, like they're beginning to salivate. Space has somehow begun to wake. Great muscles contract and rippling peristaltic wave, trying to pull you further into the room. Your instincts scream of danger. To your companions, get out of here, let me face this alone, I don't want to endanger you. Prepare to fight whatever comes. Swirling singularities appear, and slimy creatures tumble out. Nightmares of grasping tendrils and gaping maws. They hiss and groan with hunger, and the battle begins. Oh, and the door's shut. What? Okay, what are these things? Corpuscular maws. It looks like there's 3 of them. Okay, Erritis. Erritis is good at dealing with maws. I have no idea if he's good at dealing with maws, but okay, so we're gonna come right here. And we are going to hit this guy. Oh, odd, my attack didn't feel strong at all. Did I not damage him? I did 15 damage to him. That felt pretty good. Flanked.
There we go. They have me surrounded.
Well, technically, they don't have me surrounded. They just have me, you know, flanked, I guess. Okay, so let's see what we can do about this. 55% or 70%. Well, first things first, I can do a warp dash. I can come up behind him. Or behind this one here. Oh, there's a percentage chance. Oh, that's just to do damage. Yeah, I'm okay with not doing damage.
Stay down.
Pew.
I can't hurt it.
Critical hit. Why can't I not hit it? Hurt it. Oh, they have armor 5. Oh, that's a lot of armor. They have high resistance too. Okay, well then let's doesn't mention what kind of armor they have. But they are... Okay, one of them's hobbled. I guess this one... This one is hobbled. Which means it's going to be easier to hit. So let's just go ahead and... infuse weapon. Yeah. Whatever. And then attack this guy. He's not... How is he unreachable? Oh, I moved over there for some reason. Okay. So energy. And let's just go ahead and put a point in there for max damage. So I hit him for 14. Okay, and then Allegern. Let's go ahead and living tattoos. And then let us get everybody buffed up a little bit. So when I hit him, I teleported. That's weird. Oh, shoot. I thought I was going to get all three of them, and I ended up only getting... Oh, well. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Why is Makina suddenly so slow? Well, you can warp dash, too. Warp dash. To right... here? And... okay, and then one of these guys should be flanked, so she can get her Emerotic field on it. Wait, is that not it? Enemies within range of Makina who fail to resist get blinded. Oh, that's not what I meant. I meant this analgetic attack. And she already has max chance, so...
I can barely scratch this thing.
Ugh. And she got teleported. I don't understand how this is working here. I also don't understand... So... Oh, she's got... Oh, it's not her turn anymore. That's what's going on. Okay, so we got 3 of these things still. One of them's got only 10 hit points. Can we get around to that? Can we get around to that without getting an attack of opportunity? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and then we're gonna fell swoop it. Right? Alright. There we go. Oh, man. So every time we kill one of those, it like pushes everybody back or something. Okay. Kandiru. Oh, that's a negative he's got from his. Okay, so let's do another warp dash, because that was cool. And we'll come in over here. Get behind that guy. And I don't care if I do any damage. I missed. Yeah, I'm not trying to do damage. I'm just trying to do a cool teleporty thing. And then, let's go ahead and do another infused weapon. Transdimensional. Bah. And 100%. Hobble. And I get teleported again. An Alagurn. Let's see. They all seem to be doing okay. I can incite action. Target an ally with enemies in weapon range, then choose one of those enemies that shows an ally makes an immediate attack on that enemy. Well, the problem is they keep teleporting us out of range. Okay, well, let's go ahead and heal the protect these two. Out of range.
That's the stuff.
There we go. There, now we're protected. And I guess we'll just attack this guy. Oh, we can't attack, we can only move. Let's try to move him down here with everybody else.
Yes.
Yay! So these guys are really hard to hurt, but they don't seem to be doing all that much. They don't seem to actually be hurting us either, so let's just pop around behind this guy. Zap.
How did that happen?
Yeah, I know. We're not hurting him with that, but that wasn't the point. The point is to hit him with this.
I can barely scratch this thing.
So hit it and teleport. And then Alagurn. Or Erritis. I don't know why I keep getting Alagurn and Erritis mixed up. Their names are not that similar. And they're not really that similar. Okay, let's see. And yet you killed it. So we're good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, just wait there. Yeah, bring it. You can't get through my armor either. Haha. Okay, and then I'm gonna fuse weapon. Let's do mental damage this time. And I'm okay with the 95%.
I'm barely hurting it.
Did like 4 points of damage. That wasn't great. And then we'll just move right back in. So that when Allegren comes up here, he will be able to flank it. The basic attack. Yeah.
Barely hurt it. Try something else.
8 damage. And Makina,
Consider it done.
who should be able to finish him off, I would guess. With her 16 damage, maybe?
As if there were
Yeah.
skill.
Alright. As the last creature explodes, you can feel the echoes of the singularity passing back and forth across the room, merging with the others, gathering together. Oh. That's maybe not good. A noise rises from the corner of the room, something like wet meat sliding across itself, and then the sound of meat tearing. And a new maw gapes hideously in the wall. Ew. I heard there was a maw on the slave block. It's always been a place to hide things. Okay. Oh, and we can just go there. Great. That is so not what I want to do right now.
Ready.
Let's see. Let's loot first. What are these? Manacles. Okay, so we have a creepy maw. Oh, to treasure trove. Well, that kind of sounds like a trap to me. I mean, who calls a place treasure trove in a game like this? But maybe we'll see next time. So we will go and investigate this treasure trove right there and see if it is indeed a trap. Maybe we'll go and finish dealing with these Murdens down here, and then it looks like we will be done with the old slave block. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Take care.